Jets offense coming up. Last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Running from the gun with Howard. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, come on!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Patriots 7, Jets nothing.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. And then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now a first down throw complete downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 30.
A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Blesson Austin.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Sets up 1st down.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Flush to his right.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the 1st half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal.
The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Jordan Howard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Jason Myers to kick off for the Jets.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Right there, 54 miles.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 78 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They run with Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Jets.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Richie James on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
New York.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The pass.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
By the receiving team.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a dump off here complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
New York.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to fire deep for Ratley. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Richie James on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Jets first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use... And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on